Remember the hospital bombing in Gaza? Everyone got upset. We had embassies set on fire. It was a big disaster. The headlines from the New York Times were, gee, the Israeli strikes, blow up hospital, kill 500, Palestinians say. Palestinians lied. To be clear, the Hamas lied. It was the Hamas rocket that did it. But more importantly, even than that, it's subsequently come out that the hospital itself wasn't hit at all. There weren't 500 people who died. The hospital parking lot was hit by a Hamas rocket gone wild. That's what happened. Cars were burned up. That's what what all the big explosions were cars catching on fire. But it wasn't the hospital. It was the parking lot of the hospital that got hit by a Hamas rocket. 500 people did not die. And you know what? Joe Biden was on a plane to Jerusalem when that was breaking. He probably got on the plane before it was breaking, but you have to believe that they briefed him about it overnight. And you know what our satellites would tell us? They'd tell us whether the hospital actually got bombed or not. The hospital had distinctive features on it. It had a bunch of solar panel arrays on it. But no, you know what Joe Biden didn't say? He went to Jerusalem. He said, "Oh, well, intelligence. I get told that I don't think it was Israelis' fault, but there's a lot of people in the world who think it is." Which, just say definitively, Joe, it wasn't the Israelis' fault. It was Hamas failed missile. Absolutely, be clear. Don't blame the Israelis. Don't give credence to those who are burning down our embassies, attacking your embassies, thinking otherwise. A. B. When you have you've got the satellite photos, you should also say, how about, hey, and the hospital wasn't bombed and 500 people didn't die, that this is all a hoax. It's fake news. It's the ultimate fake news, perpetrated by people who have a vested interest in trying to turn world opinion against the Israelis after having given Israel sympathy around the world for their heinous, horrific terrorism act where they were cutting off the heads of babies, where they were attacking homes, where they were attacking a music festival. No excuses, Joe. You had the evidence that not only was it Hamas rockets that hit the parking lot, but that it was a parking lot, that there wasn't a hospital hit, that 500 people didn't die. If you want to be a peacemaker, Joe, sometimes you have to tell the truth. You have to spread real news. And the fact you didn't use your forum there in Israel, when everybody had the cameras clicking, and they're talking about that exact event, to assure the world that the hospital still stood, it just shows either you were uninformed, which was your intelligence people lying to you, or you were hiding information because you wanted to leverage the extra insecurity that Israel was feeling over this attack on them from a public relations front, to try to leverage them to do stuff that isn't in their interest, to mitigate their response to the horrific attack on their country. And oh, by the way, it would have been nice, Joe, if you wanted to give $100 million to the terrorists to at least get our hostages back, and an apology for the American citizens who were slain in this egregious, horrific terrorism attack. This is Rick Manning, Americans for Limited Government. It just disgusts me what I'm saying.